What makes a football stadium iconic? Is it the architecture, the trophy cabinets, or is it the ghosts of the legends who played there? For a football fan, a stadium isn't just a piece of infrastructure, it's a cathedral. It's a place where 80,000 strangers become a family, and where 90 minutes can feel like a lifetime. Today, we're counting down the top 10 most legendary football stadiums on the planet. From the steep terraces of Germany to the samba-soaked stands of Brazil, these are the stages where history is written. 10. Signal Iduna Park, Dortmund, Germany. If you want to talk about atmosphere, you have to talk about Borussia Dortmund. Originally the Westfalenstadion, this ground is home to the most terrifying sight in European football, the Yellow Wall, Die Gelbe Wand. The South Stand is the largest single-tier terrace in Europe, holding 25,000 standing fans. When they jump in unison, the entire structure literally vibrates. The sheer verticality of the stands means the fans feel like they are on top of the pitch. It's not just a stadium, it's a psychological weapon. As many visiting players have said, you don't just hear the yellow wall, you feel it in your chest. 9. San Siro, Milan, Italy. Known officially as the Stadio Giuseppe Meazza, the San Siro is a brutalist masterpiece. Shared by rivals AC Milan and Inter Milan, this stadium is defined by its 11 massive cylindrical towers and its protruding red girders. When you see those towers, you think of the Dutch trio of Van Basten, Gullit and Rijkaard, or the defensive mastery of Paolo Maldini. However, the San Siro is living on borrowed time. Plans for its demolition and replacement are constantly in the news, making every match there a pilgrimage for fans wanting to see this La Scala of football before it's gone forever. It is a crumbling, beautiful relic of Italian football's golden age. 8. The Allianz Arena, Munich, Germany. We begin in Munich with a stadium that looks like it landed from outer space. Home to Bayern Munich, the Allianz Arena is a marvel of modern engineering. Its most striking feature, the ETFE plastic panels that cover the exterior. This was the first stadium in the world with a full colour-changing exterior, glowing red for Bayern, white for the German national team, and blue for its former tenants, 1860 Munich. But it's not just a light show. The acoustics are designed to trap the sound of 75,000 Bavarians, creating a wall of noise that has intimidated the greatest teams in Europe. It's the perfect blend of 21st century tech and old-school dominance. 7. Anfield, Liverpool, England. Anfield isn't the biggest stadium on this list, but it might be the most spiritual. From the This Is Anfield sign in the tunnel to the haunting rendition of You'll Never Walk Alone that echoes before kickoff, this ground is built on myth and comeback. The Kop End is world famous for sucking the ball into the net during the second half of games. Just ask Barcelona or AC Milan, no lead is safe at Anfield. The recent expansions of the main stand and the Anfield Road End have brought its capacity over 60,000, blending the tight, claustrophobic feel of a traditional English ground with the scale of a global superpower. 6. Santiago Bernabéu, Madrid, Spain. The home of Real Madrid is the ultimate symbol of footballing royalty. Named after the legendary club president, the Bernabéu has recently undergone a $1 billion renovation, adding a retractable roof and a 360-degree video screen. But the soul of the stadium remains the same. This is the house that Di Stefano, Zidane, and Cristiano Ronaldo built. Its stands are incredibly steep, creating a white cauldron effect that makes visiting teams feel small. With 15 Champions League trophies tied to its history, the Bernabéu isn't just a stadium, it's a vault for the game's greatest achievements. Enjoying the video so far? Please support the channel by subscribing. 5. La Bombonera, Buenos Aires, Argentina. Technically called the Estadio Alberto J. Armando, this is the home of Boca Juniors. Its nickname, the Chocolate Box, comes from its unique D shape. Because of the limited space in the neighborhood, one side of the stadium is a flat wall of luxury boxes, while the other three sides are steep, towering tiers. This creates a literal pressure cooker. The fans here don't just cheer, they bounce. There is a famous saying in Argentina, "La bombonera no tiembla, late." The bombonera doesn't tremble, it beats. It is widely considered the most intense, heart-stopping atmosphere in world football. 4. The Aztec Stadium, Mexico City, Mexico. The Estadio Azteca is a monster of a stadium. Sitting 7,200 feet above sea level, the thin air makes it a nightmare for visiting players. It is the first stadium to host two FIFA World Cup finals, 1970 and 1986. This is the hallowed ground where Pelé was crowned king in 1970, and where Diego Maradona scored both the Hand of God and the goal of the century against England in 1986. With a capacity that once exceeded 114,000, the Azteca is a dizzying, colossal monument to the sport's history in the Americas. 3. Camp Nou, Barcelona, Spain, the largest stadium in Europe. The home of FC Barcelona is a sprawling concrete bowl that embodies the club's motto, "Més que un club," more than a club. When full, nearly 100,000 fans create a mosaic of blue and garnet that is breathtaking. This was the laboratory for Johan Cruyff's total football and the stage for Lionel Messi's two-decade masterclass. The stadium is currently undergoing a massive Espai Barça renovation to modernize its facilities. But the memories of the tiki-taka era are baked into the very foundation of the stands. It is a masterpiece of scale. 2. Wembley Stadium, London, England, football's home. While the original Wembley with its twin towers was demolished in 2003, the new Wembley and its iconic 440-foot arch have successfully carried the torch. As the home of the England national team and the host of every major domestic final, Wembley is the dream destination for every child kicking a ball in a park. Pelé once said, "Wembley is the cathedral of football. It is the capital of football and it is the heart of football." From the 1966 World Cup final to the legendary Live Aid concert, the ground is a cultural landmark. The 107 steps the players must climb to collect a trophy are the most famous steps in sports. 1. The Maracanã, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. There could only be one. The Maracanã is more than a stadium. It is a temple to the soul of Brazil. When it was built for the 1950 World Cup, it held a staggering world record crowd of nearly 200,000 people for the final against Uruguay. The Maracanazo, Brazil's shock loss in that game, is a moment of national trauma that defined the country's relationship with the sport. Since then, it has been the stage for Pelé's 1,000th goal and the 2014 World Cup final. Even after renovations reduced its capacity for safety, the Maracanã remains the spiritual epicenter of the beautiful game. To play at the Maracanã is to play in the shadow of giants. It is, quite simply, the greatest stage on Earth. These 10 stadiums are more than just venues. They are the keepers of our collective memory. They've seen the tears of defeat, the ecstasy of last-minute winners, and the rise of the greatest athletes to ever live. But history isn't just in the past. It's being made every weekend. Whether it's the roar of the Yellow Wall or the singing at Anfield, these stadiums remind us why we love this game. So, which stadium is on your bucket list? Did your club's home make the cut, or did we miss a legendary ground that deserves a spot? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of football.